Hey there, tacticians! Nibiria here with a special episode of Rising with Legends. While our regional champions were deep in practice, our regions had an all-out brawl for the title of strongest region in EMEA. A SuperBrawl, if you will. Take a look at how our Hex League players Potable, Volterix, Vomandeth, and Texida claimed victory for France in their first finals game against the rest of EMEA. The team gets to show off their teamwork right away. It's 2-1 hero augments, and they do their best to make sure they take different compositions so they don't fight over each other's units. Potable has 2 underground units on his bench with a gargoyle stoneplate and a rod ready to go, and Ezreal would be perfect for him. Morkdog smiles on Potable, and he's given Ezreal's Rising Spellforce hero augment. He'll be playing a weak early game board to get the most out of his underground synergy and wait until his explosive 3-star Ezreal power spike. Across the lobby, Volterix has components for Static Shiv and a Malphite pair. So he opts for Rock Solid, solidifying his early game and giving him a unique path forward. Like Potable, he opts to save his gold and open up with a loss streak. His teammate Vomandeth has opted for Illuminating Singularity, the very rarely seen Lux carry augment. But since he already has a Kai'Sa with a Shiv, he opts to just level up and play around the full Star Guardian synergy instead. The second carousel comes with a champion duplicator, making everyone's shot at their 3 stars just a little easier. Vomandeth has 2 great items on his board, Static Shiv and Warmogs, so he opts to use his duplicator for a 2-star Kai'Sa power spike. Texida, sporting the Winds of the Wanderer augment, was the only one able to fully loss streak through stage 2. It cost him a massive 35 HP, but all the gold he amassed will let him count on a massive comeback with the incredibly powerful Yasuo Duelist composition. And his second augment choice is a no-brainer. Axiom Arc is ideal for his composition. Since he lost so much HP to ensure his streak, he has to desperately roll for upgrades to stabilize. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't find a single Yasuo. He's in trouble. Potable is in a pretty similar spot. Axiom Arc is incredible on Ezreal, but he's the lowest HP in the lobby. His only saving grace right now is his upgraded carry. Well, that and his massive underground streak. His heist offers him a blue buff, which, alongside Axiom Arc, will keep his Ezreal casting constantly throughout the fight. Way too good to pass up. He drops Kale and upgrades his Kai'Sa and Sona, reversing his fortune and finally ending his loss streak. It's now 4-1 as Volterix levels to 7. With the Malphite carry augment, you're really hoping for a 3-star, but thanks to all the Supers players, he's way too contested. Volterix instead opts to just play for tempo. He's got 4 mascots, Supers, and a Morgana to support his Vex 2 carry. Elsewhere in the lobby, Potable is having a great time. Though he's the lowest HP in the lobby, he finally hits his Ezreal 3. With the Hextech Gunblade he equips on Ezreal, his main damage dealer now gives massive healing to his frontline. Not that it needs the help. The fully itemized 3-star Vi can more than hold her own. Just as he spikes, he unfortunately runs directly into his teammate, brutally ending Vomandeth's comfortable win streak. Third augment, and it's prismatic time. Star Guardian Crown is a godsend for Vomandeth's vertical composition, turning Misfortune from a pretty decent carry into an absolute horror for his opponents. It's stage 4-5, and Texida still hasn't managed to find a 2-star Yasuo. After taking all those losses to dig for him, he just has to burn his duplicator for the upgrade. Like Volterix, he opted to play for tempo, but his level 8 board just wasn't enough for his composition when sitting on a 1-star carry. He finally meets his maker at stage 5. The French team loses a powerful tool here. Prismatic Future Sight is incredible in the format, letting them see who's up against whom and minimizing how much HP they would lose. Volterix has found his 3-star frontliner, and the 6 mascot Malphite 3 is just too much for anyone in the lobby to handle. leaving God of TFT on a single health point. It seems the game still has a while to go, but something strange is afoot. Everyone expected to see some 3-star 1 or 2 costs, obviously. But nobody expected Sacred Norris to come in with a Nico 3 with Last Stand, an unstoppable looking board that seems to be a death sentence for France. 3 players remaining, 2 against 1. Voltairix's mascots just can't keep up against Sacred Norris's Spellslingers, and he falls in 3rd place. Potable scrambles to find something to help him deal with Norris's seemingly unkillable Nico. Best shot is 3 Aegis, adding a huge chunk of magic resist to his board. With the redemption in the front line reducing area of effect damage, it just might be enough. The 2 titanic boards battle it out, and Potable narrowly edges out a victory, securing 8 points for France. Clear communication and brilliant individual decisions gave France their first win in the final, and the momentum carried them through all the way to a SuperBrawl win. Well played, France.